Hello friends, so from today I am starting my Angular series. So all these today's session or upcoming sessions will help uh, those beginners who are interested to learn Angular. So let's start the session. So I have prepared also one slide. So here we will be discussing today's session. We will be only discussing what is Angular and its introduction, why it is widely used in various applications, and today also I will show you what command we should be using to install Angular, and we will also create one demo application, first application. So this is all about today's session. So what we are going to learn first is so what is Angular and all these versions, why it is used, widely used, and how we can install the Angular CLI. Also we will be able to creating one application, demo application. So let's start. So basically Angular supports, Angular is basically one framework of JavaScript which supports all type of platform. If you want to create mobile application, it is also possible. You want to create desktop application, that is also possible, feasible. Angular can be used, and also for the web application. So completely Angular is a component based framework which can be reused to build the scalable web applications. So before also we are using the front end HTML, and for business logic we are using JavaScript, but this is the advanced framework of JavaScript which is maintained by Google to build the scalable web applications. This Angular also has many inbuilt libraries which will be helping users while making any large web applications or mobile applications. You no need to include or import any third party library from outside. It has also it has also so many libraries inside it. So it gives the routing. It also provides the reactive form, and the basic and the important feature is client server communication. Also it provides the data binding, property binding, event binding, everything. Correct. So to create single page application, that is SPA, this Angular is nowadays widely used. Let's say you have one button on your HTML page, and you need, once the button will click, you will execute some functionality. You will add something, or you want to display something, or you want to calculate something and display over the template. So before Angular came to picture, what we are doing, we are sending the request to server. Server was calculating, in server side you are calculating, and you are getting response back. So to avoid this type of complexity, you can easily do it on the front end itself using this Angular. Also one more advantage I can tell you. Let's say you typed some host name on your web page. So before, what it was doing, it was requesting backend to give us the proper page as per your host name or routes on your browser, and the backend server was sending back the proper UI path. So to avoid this, it was actually too headache while you are developing on large scale application. So to avoid this type of complexity, now Angular came to the picture. You don't need to send any request for routing to the backend. So these are the points why we are using Angular and the introduction of Angular. So the next was versions. Initially Angular 1.x was released around 2010, but it was the MVC architecture. I hope you guys are about the MVC architecture, model view controller. So later on Angular 2 released, and after that so many versions has been released till now. The latest version is maybe the Angular 14. When I am talking, the latest version is 14, Angular 14. So many features they have developed, so many new features they are adding on the new versions. So I will also add the proper link in the description box so that you can be aware about all the versions when it has been released and what is the latest features included. So let's go to the next page. Why it's widely used in large scale application. The first point I have noted, it supports not only for web browser, also the mobile browsers, also for the mobile applications. The next is strictly structured and high speed. What does it mean? When you are using jQuery or JavaScript in previous time, there is no compiler. You have to write the code, you have to run and check if there is any error based on your output. But as this is completely developed on TypeScript, it is the inbuilt compiler, so that at the time of development it will show you on the terminal, it will show you the runtime errors. It is developed such a way that it will give you the runtime errors at the time of development. So this is one main advantage. The next one is seamless breaking of modules into files. That means, let's say you are working on any e-commerce applications. So you can create so many modules like product module, category module, order module. Using this Angular gives such type of facility. In the upcoming sessions I will show you everything. For the introduction only I am showing. It gives you the such kind of facility to create modules. You can also break those modules into small components which can be reusable in any of your other requirement. The fourth point is it is completely maintained by Google. So many supports. If you need any help, that will be provided by the Googles and their developers. So this is completely lightweight framework and very easy to install. The last point I have mentioned, as I have already told you before in many points, reusable of codes. Let's say you created one module using Angular. You can reuse same module wherever you have the same requirement. So these are the basic advantages why it is being widely used in various applications. I will give you some live examples where it has been used. So first one, if you will take the example of YouTube, very good social platform that is been developed using Angular. PayPal, also so many other sites are there. So we will see how we can install Angular in our systems. So here, minimize the screen. Here my system, I am using Ubuntu. So it is separated for different type of platform like Ubuntu OS, Windows OS, as well as your Mac OS. So first, what you need to check? You need to check you have Node installed or not. For Angular CI, this is the that is the basic requirement using node-b. So I have already installed in my system node 16.10 has been installed. The next one is you have to check what is your npm version, compatible npm version. npm is node package manager. The command is npm-v. All these commands I will add inside my description box. The next one is we need to check if the Angular is installed or not. I have already installed, so I can check using the command ng space version. So here in my system 13.2.3 Angular version has been already installed. If you don't want to install it from the scratch, what you can do, you can just type npm install @angular-cli. If you will type this much command, only this much command, maximize the screen. You will type only this much command. So it will install you the latest version of Angular inside your system as per your node version, because it's completely dependent on your node version. If you want to install specific Angular version, you have that requirement. What you can do, you can type npm install @angular/cli then your version number, which version you want to install. As I have already installed in my system, so here I cannot run. But to check what Angular version is installed inside your system, you can type just command ng space version. So it will give you the respective Angular version. So this is the introduction and the theory part. So now we will create one demo application using Angular. For that, clear the page. You can type ng new and your application first app. If the command is ng new, after that you can give your application name. I gave my application name first app and press enter. It will ask you to fill some options. Here, would you like to add a routing? Yes. You can choose which CSS format you want to use. If CSS or SSCSS, here I want to use CSS. You can just press the down and upper arrow key for the selection and press enter. It will start creating your Angular application. So wait for some time, minute, to finish it. It will take some time to finish. Just wait for that. So if you can see, we can successfully create one application. Let's go to the application. And check what are the files has been created. If we will maximize this src folder and go to app, so this is the basic inbuilt files will be created. So let's check one by one. This app.component.html, which is the initial template, is provided by the Angular. In next session we definitely will be see what do we mean by component, how it is being used inside the Angular. Similarly, this is its TypeScript file, where you can see here the component. Discussing about the modules, this is the module file where we will be importing all third-party libraries, or where we will be adding all third-party libraries as per our requirement. The next one, the important one, is routing.modules.ts. Definitely in the upcoming sessions we will be checking what is routing, how it is used inside Angular. This is now I am just giving you the brief idea, simple idea. This is for the navigation of pages. This file is being used. We will be designing here the navigation such a way that when you usually click on different link or different menu bar, how the pages are rendering. So let's run this application and check on the browser. So let's go to the terminal. Here for to run, just type ngserve or ngs, whatever you can write. You can write also ngs or ngserve. If you want to open hyphen open. Otherwise you can simply write ngserve and you can go to your URL. You can just type the IP name and port. It will give you the respective web page. You will see compiled successfully and automatically it opened. The basic port, the predefined port is 4200. You can also change the port as per your requirement. I'll show you how. So this is the web page for our first created application. Here you see first app is running. Let's remove these things. Go to the app component.html. You can remove all these things, style sheet and everything. These are the codes given by the Angular when you created new applications. You can customize as per your requirement. As you save it, now you can see how it compiled again, and the web page is automatically refreshed. If I will change something to, let's say, this is my first application. Control S means I will save it by the, it will automatically reflect. This is my first application. So this is the basic advantage, how it is binding the data automatically. Now also using the, when you are using this TypeScript, it will automatically compile. If there is an error, it will show you here only. Let's create an error. So I am removing the, now you can see, so it shows you there is some error here. So this is the basic advantage to use the Angular. So here I am ending today's session. In upcoming sessions, we will check what is component, how we can create component based application in Angular, how we will create the component, how we can generate the component, and why it is very important, or how it can be, this type component based architecture can be reused in other project. Those things we will see in upcoming modules. So those are new beginner. My recommendation is I will try to provide some links. Also I will keep all the commands to install Angular in the description box. Go through it and try once. Try to create one new applications. Those are new to Angular. So here I am ending my session. If you want to get notification on my new video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.